We're live with Skywalker Boxing Media, 86 Boxing, Don Talks Boxing, Poppy Chun Yayo. Stay tuned.
This your feeling source of boxing news, giving you exclusive interviews with less born interludes. It's Skywalker, fly talker, and a fire sparker, giving you the news straight, not a side talker. Daily boxing updates with live fight streams, gym visits, sneak peeks from behind the scenes. Plus we link with more boxing and they spitting toxin. Strong like a pack of oxen, ain't no other option. He got a new addition, Poppy Chun Yayo. Heavy on the Poppy, Legato on the Yayo. Ernest X, a retired military vet. He a comedian, so don't be disobedient. With 86 boxing from out of DC. That's the valedictorian historian. He's still pushing Tim and Tim when the week begins. The super chats and cash apps collect the dividends. The live interesting, yo, I hope you listening. It's not a trick, Tim Jr. running for politics. Skywalker washing windows off a skyscraper. The mother channels stay sweet like annihilators. You get physically exposed if you violate us. You guys food get chewed like Crocs and Gators. It's no reason to explain why you cowards hate us. Skywalker Boxing Media preceding it. Trust me, I understand why you cowards hate us. Leading you is Skywalker Boxing Media. Trust me, I understand why you cowards hate us. Leading you is Skywalker Boxing Media. Yeah. Skywalker Boxing Media. Saludos. Word 'em up. Yeah.
We're live with Skywalker Boxing Media, Team Mo Boxing, no problem. We got 86 Boxing in the house.
Yes, sir. What's going on? Shout out to everybody in here in the mix. Happy to be here. Salute to you all.
And we got Dom Talks Boxing. How you doing, Dom?
Good. Hey, guys.
And we got my brother Poppy Chun Yayo.
Yeah, we already know. Heavy on the Poppy, light on the Yayo. What's cracking?
Hey, man, I'm glad to get everybody together, bring everybody together. We got a lot to talk about, especially media experiences. I titled the show Media Experiences because Josh with 86 Boxing was embedded with Tiara Brown for this fight camp on her first title defense. Headed out to Houston, covered her whole fight camp, got that exclusive coverage. And then Dom, she's my teammate with Mo Boxing, no problem. She went out to cover the Canelo-Crawford whole card. You guys seen her on media doing her thing. How you doing, Dom?
Good. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for covering that huge event. They said that was a fight of the decade right there too. So
yeah, it was. It was a crazy week.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with Josh, man. Josh, September 20th, Tiara Brown had her first title defense. I know that Poppy Chun Yayo linked up with you, and you guys visited the Hillcrest Boxing Gym. Got to meet with the world champion herself, and the Dark Menace, Tiara Brown. And tell us about your experience, man.
Yeah, it's been great actually. And being there all camp and just kind of being in the mix is a beautiful thing there. So shout out to the Hillcrest team over there. Shout out to Tiara Brown. I'm wearing that Dark Menace purple right here. She had in the fight. She was rocking with the purple. That's her favorite color there. But no, it was great. And hey, icing on the cake, of course, me and Poppy Chun got to link up there for a little short period. But hey, we're going to link up again because he's not too far away from where I am out here. So, it's just been a magnificent thing. And certainly being there from day one, just kind of seeing the process, it gives you a perspective on things for sure, like what goes into it. Right. And yeah, Tiara, she's someone who is, she ran cross country in college. She had a scholarship for cross country. So think about that right there in terms of just how she puts in the work that she's able to put in. I think that's one of the things that has allowed her to get to where she's at, because if you're going to match up against her, then you got to think about that. Are you going to be able to outwork her? And that's what I got to see basically with her. And she's 100% dedicated to the sport. and doing her thing. Doesn't miss a day. She trains, as she'll say, and you'll see it in some videos, 365 days a year. So that's the level you got to come with to trying to dethrone her. But yeah, the training camp experience was cool because I also got to kind of do some cross section with others who were fighting as well. Frankie Scarborough, the franchise, it was cool. Irvin Fuller the third, Trey Pound, got to see them, and they went on. So they fought in the midst of the training camp. Then shout out Coach Ernesto and Metro. They were both putting in that work as well. You just see that there's a level of dedication. You have to be dedicated to this sport if you want to do major things in this sport. You have to be dedicated. So rain, sleet, or snow, you have to go. You have to be there. It's a daily thing, and that's really the approach you have to take to get to the very top of it. Houston in itself was cool as well. It was really my first time in Houston, actually, outside of the airport. I had been to the airport prior once, but this was my first time. So I got to link up with a cousin while I was out there as well. So shout out Nicole. But yeah, the fight atmosphere, great. It was a situation where you kind of just know just from the work that was put in camp that Tiara was going to go in there and do her thing. Shout out to her opponent, Emma Gungora, who I did know prior to this. But think about it, Tiara came in there on a mission, and I knew she was not going to be denied. And that was the case when she actually stepped in the ring. Dominant performance. She wanted to stop her. There was some holding. I think she almost got it, but it's one of those things. But yeah, the atmosphere was live. The vibe was cool. Just seeing the love that Tiara received in the aftermath of the contest from the fans, the people there in attendance. Excuse me, that was great. Her family being there. I mean, nothing but big things to come. And she shared it. She's shared that her intent is to become undisputed there at 126 pounds. So that's the ultimate goal, to get some of these other champions there in the ring. And I think she can most certainly do it. I feel like this is her time. It had been a long journey to get there, but she's here, and she's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. She's a WBC champ, so she got that coveted belt.
Oh, yes.
She got that defense out the way. Maybe she can try to get a unification, man. That'd be great.
Oh yeah. That would be a major move right there. Nina Minky has a belt. I forget which one she has. It did. Amanda Serrano has 2 of the belts. My bad there. Hit the wrong button. But Amanda Serrano, salute there, Rodolfo Rivera Jr. But Amanda Serrano has 2 belts. But Amanda, she hasn't fought at 126 in a good long period. But I believe she's going to be fighting, I guess, maybe this year or early next year or something like that at 126. So she's held the belts, but she hasn't really fought at 126 in a while because, of course, the fights with Katie Taylor and all of that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if she continues to operate there at 126. I don't know. I don't have any inside info in relation to that or anything, but it will be interesting to see. So, of course, those are the 2 others with the belts there. So we'll see how things transpire as the remainder of this year goes on, and then early next year.
Nice. I want to shout out Raheem Aprose.
Raheem.
It's got a documentary that's out. It's called The Boss and a Worker. It's now streaming on Vimeo on demand. There's the link right there. Yeah. If you guys want to support our brother, man, he supports the whole community. Check out that link. Check out the documentary on him. It's a cool behind the scenes. I've watched the video myself, and it shows the behind the scenes of what he's been doing, and a little testimonial from people around him. It's a great documentary, man. Support our brother Raheem Prose. Albuquerque loves you. Much love, brother.
What up, Prose? You see, I got the apparel on.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Josh. Let me ask you, man. What was your favorite part of the process that you just went through? Like, what part of it excited you the most?
That's a good question there. I would say that just realistically speaking, the training camp and just kind of being there, that is probably the part so people don't often get to see and be a part of, and just kind of being there on a daily basis and just seeing it up close and personal, seeing what goes into it and kind of all the work that goes in, and then that dedication there and that mental aspect of just understanding you have a particular mission and sticking to that, just seeing that at work is an inspirational thing. I would say that was probably my favorite part right there, just from an overall standpoint, in terms of the benefit, in terms of just seeing that, just being a part of that, seeing that work put in, because it's like anything, there are some days that, we may not want to do certain things. You take it if you have a job, of course, their job is boxing, for instance. There are some days where you may not be just 100% there, whether that's physically or maybe there's some other stuff mentally that is throwing you off. But you got to do what you have to, you got to do what you got to do. You have to just understand what's at stake, and just seeing that and knowing that level of dedication takes place and just being a part of that. I think that shows that if you really want to pursue something, then you have what it takes inside of you to actually make that happen, and you just continue to push at it regardless. When you don't want to, when you want to do something else, you know what the mission is, and then that discipline that comes with it, just seeing that and being a part of that is like an intimate thing in some sense. So I would say that's probably the big piece of it, just seeing that progression. And then, of course, the victory is always the added plus, the icing on the cake, you can say.
Right.
I got one more thing I want to ask. I don't want to hog up all the time, but just from a creative person's perspective,
Yeah.
do you now see how you could have a camera that follows you around or follows them around to be able to create some sort of documentary or some sort of promo for them? Did you see an angle for something like that?
Of course. Matter of fact, Tiara Brown, her YouTube at Tiara Brown Boxing. Check it out, folks, if you don't know, and I'll drop it in the chat at Tiara Brown Boxing. So there's some footage that has been captured. I was capturing footage, and right now we have like the first 2 weeks that are on the channel right now. So there are avenues and angles for that. There's so much footage, so many photos. You can only do so much, though, and then especially when you're going back to edit that information and choosing what to keep in there. Say you're going to narrow it down to like 15 minutes or something like that, and you've got an hour worth of video content, over the course of a week. But yes, there's a benefit to that, and I think people get to see the personality, the true side of these different fighters outside of what you may see from the broadcast or whatever it may be. So that was most certainly a plus from a creative standpoint. So that is something that I think a lot of more people will be, inclined to get more insight in. So Tiara, if you follow Tiara Brown Boxing right now, weeks 1 and 2 are up there. The others are coming, to include the actual fight in itself and just some of the things that were happening in between such. So be on the lookout for sure.
What makes it even a better experience for you, Josh, is that you're in her corner before she was a world champion, and you got to see every stage of this, like her working her way up to get in that Sky Nicholson shot, and just being a part of this whole journey, bro. That's a cool thing. That's why I encourage people to follow amateur boxing too, as well. You know what I mean? You got a lot of stars coming up. This is the next generation of boxing. Hey, why not build relationships now instead of later? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's one of those things that, I mean, you just volunteer, do what you can, your part or whatever. Just so happened I met Tiara in I'm pretty sure it was 2016. I was learning to be an official, and through that process, I just so happened to be able to connect with her when she was training at the gym where I was training, essentially, and being able to be a part of some of those sparring sessions and all that stuff, and just kind of seeing her and just sticking with it, essentially, and always backing. I think that that's kind of been the beauty of it, just kind of seeing it and just rooting for her this entire time, because even outside of the boxing stuff, she's just a great person, a great human, just in general,
Right.
boxing aside, you know.
I want to ask Dom. Dom went to the biggest fight of the decade, representing Mo Boxing, no problem, and she had full credentials. She had access to all the fighters. Did amazing work, Dom. I am very appreciative of what you've done. You did an amazing job out there. It was awesome. You know, like it was real cool to see all the interviews. Tell us about your whole experience from day one, from Grand Arrivals.
Okay, so they had it at a Fountain Blue, and it was since it was like the first TKO event, it was really like, it was very organized. And what I liked is they had like a red carpet, and then they put like all the media. You had your name on the floor, and you were with like maybe 5 or 6 other outlets. So they said, okay, this is your group. This is where you go. When Terrence and Canelo walk by, between your group, you get 2 questions for each boxer. So what I liked was that we were able to like collaborate and be like, all right, I'm gonna ask. We all agreed like on 4 questions, and then one person got to ask there, and then like, and I like that. Like everybody like got to collaborate. We weren't like fighting for, who got to talk. So that was pretty cool, like on that first day. But it was pretty like hectic, because then they had like I think he had like what do you call it, like the drummers. So that was pretty cool. And then Canelo had a mariachi. But yeah, so we got to collab. We got to each pick a question, and yeah, so we got like, they would go to one group, ask their questions, then they would come right to us, and we were able to like right there. And then that was kind of like, unless you wanted to ask them at the press conference, that was kind of like the only real time like you were able to talk to them. Yeah, because then after that, they were kind of like off limits. They were like gone. But so that was good.
The day that he did his Grand Arrival, you asked Canelo about Bud's size. You know how he's looking big and muscular. You asked Canelo. I believe you asked him that question. So it was kind of cool to hear you out of the group, right away, get along with Canelo, ask a question about what he thinks. So that's a good question. Like, hey, Bud's looking big.
I thought it was a good question, but like on the comments, everybody's like, "Oh, that was a dumb question." I was like, "Okay, geez."
They're idiots.
Yeah, we're like, "That was the stupidest question. Get her out there. Let me go in. Fire her." I was like, "Dang." I was like, "I'm not gonna look at that post again."
That was a good question. Everybody was looking at Crawford's size, and
that's what we were all thinking about when we seen that picture of him. We were like, "Whoa, okay."
I think that was legit for sure. That was one of the things that had me like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, like, okay, dang, you're looking good. Like the weight looks good on him. Yeah, so like we all wanted to know. But yeah, and it was good. So that was like the first day, and then it was cool because then after that we got to go back, like get ready, and then they had like a mixer, so they had an open bar, and then they gave us like a book. Then they gave us a tour of it's called the Hall of Excellence. So they had like a bunch of like memorabilia from all kinds of sports. So they had like some of like Kobe stuff, Muhammad Ali's like his robe. So we got like to tour that, and that was cool. And then you got to kind of like break the ice with like the TKO people, the UFC people, and like, talk like that. So that was pretty cool on that first day. And then the next day was like a super long day. It was like the media day. And that was cool too, because we all got to like be there, and we were able to ask like whoever from the the undercard. They were all like just sitting there waiting for us, and we got to go like from one to one to one. And so I like that we could just like, okay, I want to ask him this, I want to ask him that. So and I liked it because I was talking to some people that nobody was really going to. I was like to me, I was like, hey, oh. It was funny because I was like having this translator right there, and then she was like helping me, and I was like, who do you like better, Anyway or Nakatani? And he's like, Anyway, like Anyway's his favorite, and I was like, okay, but that was really cool. And then let me see. Then the next day was the actual press conference, like for the public. And what I liked about that is they did it inside, and then it was in the T-Mobile Arena, so it was like packed, like
oh yeah,
full up, yeah. And then also on the weigh-ins, basically the whole T-Mobile Arena was probably like maybe like 15,000 people there. Because when it was still going on, people were still, when it was over, people were still trying to get in.
oh wow,
yeah, it was like the magnitude of everything was just like, wow, this is it. We're really here. Like all like the 5 months and everything was like, oh my gosh, we would be like, tomorrow, we're gonna know like this time tomorrow who wins. We're gonna be talking about it, like, and it was just like everybody was so hyped. We were like, somebody's gonna be crying, somebody's like, the people like, we're gonna come to the streets, and like they're either gonna be like partying or they're gonna be like, they're gonna be partying either way, but we're gonna be able to tell the difference. So, and it was cool. And then what was crazy about Fright Night, they put us like all the way on the top, so we got to see like
on top?
like on the ledge, yeah.
Was it
and
still?
Then what was that?
Was it good seats still for media?
No, yeah, I liked it because you got to see like, you got to like feel like the whole vibe of everything. Because sometimes I feel like if I'm like a little too close, like I'm a little too short, like I can't really see that good.
yeah.
So it was cool. Like they have the giant screens, but it was like you could see from like the undercard. It wasn't like it was not that many people there. So we're kind of like, like, is this gonna sell out? But by the time Canelo-Crawford, where like every single seat was packed, and then like the roar, the yelling, like it was just so like epic. Like so many people. It was like great. It was awesome.
Hey, Dom, I'm gonna need a percentage on this one right here. If you could assign a percentage of people that were at the fight that were Mexican, what percentage would you assign for the press conference and for the fight?
I would say about like 80%.
80? 80, you sure? 80 seems a little
low,
a little conservative, ain't it?
What?
Huh?
Like 90?
Okay.
Like, yeah, we were
between 80 and
90.
I was watching it from the crib, and it seemed like it was a funeral procession or something going on in there. Like,
it was crazy.
And you know what? And she mentioned that it packed out there because I know, prior to that final fight, or some of the earlier fights, I was like, oh man, people should be in, especially Benny versus Lester Martinez, and but yeah, I saw that it was packed. Final one.
It was quiet.
Did the whole vibe change in there when Canelo lost? Like let's say round 7, 8, it was real quiet in there.
The vibe.
He was starting to get. They were starting to boo him a bit. They like, and then once Crawford won, they were like, they were like,
get up out of that. Right.
Yeah, they were like,
you mean
they were booing him a bit. They like that. They turned on him, like, so they were like,
did the vibe change after the bell rung? It should be like 7th to 8th round.
A lot of people gave Crawford their respect, though. I noticed.
Definitely.
There wasn't any haters, really. I guess maybe there was a few, but
I don't think there was haters. I just think there was like people like who couldn't believe it, like Canelo was like their guy.
What's so difficult to believe about a two weight division undisputed champion who's truly a pound for pound, who's come up from like 5 weight classes and got belted up? What's so difficult to believe about that person has an opportunity to win in the skills contest?
Yeah.
I
Real
just
talk.
think it's kind of the people who just go because it's
Yeah.
Canelo. We're going anyways. We don't care who he's fighting. He could fight Berlanga, and we're like, it's those type of people. Like,
Yeah.
Berlanga.
they're
Yeah,
like, who cares? It's Berlanga. We're gonna go. It's Munguia. Yeah, we're going.
Hey,
So I feel like
everybody.
I want to ask. I want to ask real quick, Dom. Were you in there? I'm taking it you were in there when old dude during the. This might have been the day before or whatever. When old dude asked Dana White about the Muhammad Ali Act question.
oh, Sean, yeah.
Yeah. What's that like right there? What were people saying around there?
We were like, but then people started clapping. Like everybody was like, I think people kind of like even in the audience like they didn't really know what was going on, but they're like,
I thought it was
and
a damn
everybody was like,
question.
yeah. But he was there the next day at the fight.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we were
I'm
like,
glad they didn't try to push him out of there because that was a good question. They just had him for actual.
You didn't want to beat him up.
I didn't see it going like that. I thought he was just asking like.
Yeah, he
and
was.
Then it switched. So I was like, whoa, okay.
I was wondering what the vibe was like, but yeah, I see the people. See, I did hear some clapping, or at least from the broadcast perspective, and I know that Canelo, he was like, fight.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, man.
I was wondering what that was like. So cool.
No, everybody was like, they were like, you go. They're like, yeah. I don't think they really knew what was going on. Yeah, but they were like, yeah. It's because they were like challenging each other.
That's real journalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And then did you see the part when the people were there were some fans back there and they were telling Terrence Crawford that he wants to cry and they were going like this to him. Like, you want to cry? You want to cry?
I didn't see that part.
Yeah, they were doing it to Terrence Crawford, like, oh, you want to cry? But in Spanish, quiero llorar. And then he started like doing it back to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we saw it.
But it was funny because he did it back. He's like, he's just laughing at them.
Yeah.
So
and we got TikToks out. We got TikToks out there of the way the Mexican fans was responding after that. People betting $40K and all. It was a lot of stuff that was said, and we had to put that belt out.
Everybody had their receipts. Like, oh, you said this. I need to collect.
We had to take the belt off.
Craziness.
No, but and then when it was over, he looked like, I know he was very like respectful and like, oh, the best man I won, but he looked so like his heart was broken.
Defeated.
Yeah, defeated. Like they walked
y'all
out.
Put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure. Y'all put a lot of pressure on him, and I feel like that pressure was unwarranted.
Yeah.
The people made it a race thing. That's what it was.
I didn't like that.
Hey Dom, you collaborated with another female boxing creator. I liked her work. Chicana Boxing, or?
Oh yeah, she's cool. Yeah, she's like she was one of the first person that like let me cover for her when I didn't even know anything I was doing. She was just like, oh yeah, go. She's all like, here you go. She's all, I think we hadn't even met in person or anything, but she was basically like, I think you're cool. You could cover for me. And I'm like, thank you. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll go. But no, she's really like, she knows her stuff. She's a journalist and everything. And every week she makes a magazine like for boxing. So she.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold up a second. Skywalker, is Chicano Bach, or that the lady you talking about? She's got the
KO Sports, and I've been following that guy for a long time. He's out of California. He covers a lot of events. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about. You ever heard of KO Sports? Yeah, that's who she works for.
No, she works for herself.
Oh, she works for herself. Oh,
no, she was covering. No, she was covering for him because he was in Japan at the Inoue fight.
Yeah. I know he was in Inoue, for the Inoue fight, but
so she was just because a lot of people were saying it's like very hard to get in with the UFC because you have to have like a whole headshots and application to even
XICANA. XICANA.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know.
I was your partner in crime over there with Was it Viva Mexico, cabrones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah,
no,
no, we
Viva,
had a good time.
PMG,
Viva Mexico, bro.
even
This
asked
my ass.
Canelo about what his favorite flavor was.
Yeah, no, Jose told me that because I was like, what should I ask him? And he's like,
Oh,
and I just threw that
man.
out there.
I
Yeah.
know
Because
these. It sounds like y'all are on here celebrating Canelo. I'm gonna need us to get.
Yeah, me and Dom are
Did
gonna
y'all
have a
forget what just happened?
one day.
Hold up a second. We got something to say here. You understand me? Hold up a second. We ain't done with y'all.
he got his tea clocked.
We got some more whooping to do. Who is the female that interviewed Vargas? Is that the woman you're talking about right now?
No, that's
Cynthia?
no,
Claudia Trejo?
Girl that works for Fightbook. What's her name?
Oh, Aaliyah.
Yeah, Aaliyah Orozco.
Oh, she's nice.
Yeah.
He interviewed Fernando Vargas when he was weight cutting while he was in his towel in his bed.
That motherfucker was laying on the bed like,
oh
yeah,
like come to my hotel room, get the interview.
Hey, Dom. Hey, listen, Dom. Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, as your brother on here, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever let a man have you interview him in the bed. Make him get up out that bed.
The table.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Decency of a female, yeah, you can't be doing it unless you're trying to get some.
Yeah,
that's just public, man. You got a video of you in your underwear talking to a girl.
Yeah, it's talking about interview and chill.
It was like the Drake one, you know.
Yeah, it was like the prelude to the Diddy after party.
I don't blame her. I blame him. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
We're gonna change it from Diddy party to Vargas party.
Yeah.
Well, you can get interviewed and sweat at the same time.
No, it was crazy because they had like guards guarding that belt like 24/7.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I guess it was the real one that was worth like $200,000.
The ring belt.
Yeah, there were just two guards right there the whole time.
Yeah, it's real gold.
Oh, and you know what else was really cool? The underdog fights.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No,
I watched it, but I thought it was a little cheesy. Or that little bit of cheesiness,
Yeah,
but it was not bad.
I need to be there.
Oh yeah.
To be there because everybody was there. Like Adrian Broner was there.
I thought the production.
Hamza Shiraz was there. Ryan Garcia was there. So from like a media person, it was like everybody was there. So it was cool because they had like a store, like where you like a merchandise where you could go like shopping. But then they were just giving everything out.
Oh yeah.
They were like, yeah, you would pick like, okay, I want that shirt this size, I want that hoodie this size, and they were just giving everything out for free. So people were leaving like with bags of shirts and Ring magazines and.
That's what's up.
I had my bag too.
I did watch that.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Josh. You ever played the game? It was Def Jam, like Fight of New York.
Oh, I played that one. I like that one.
Yeah,
New York.
Yeah, they made that event kind of seem like that. I thought it was corny, if we're gonna be honest. I was like, man, you guys have gone too far WWE with this. Like, if you guys want to have an exhibition, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to have exhibition matches, then have a sport and then have the exhibition matches separate and let that be something else totally different, because I don't know. Like, it didn't land like it needed to. Something was missing.
I think the main guy, he was really good because he was a champion, so he was that princess.
The little Hackett fought on
the princess.
He got a stoppage.
Yeah. I always like just saying his name because his name is the princess. I'm like, what's up, princess?
Welcome to the underground.
Yeah.
But the outfit, it looked like there was a decent amount of people there that were, into it and all that stuff. But I know they were going for a little
like underground.
Yeah.
It was really like underground, like low key or something.
Yeah.
Everybody was there. That's why I feel like for most people.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
It seemed that it's going to be a series, I guess. Maybe
like every month, supposedly.
Okay. No, I bet that atmosphere was live right there, and at Allegiant Stadium. I guess it's one of the nicer stadiums.
Yeah, no, it was nice. Okay, but everything was like there was just like so many events, even for the public, like the media workout. Then Netflix was there giving out shirts, interviewing everybody. Like it was really fun. I think like they really made it fun for everybody, like the whole week. So I like that. But
What's that?
yeah.
Like, so if you, I think, okay, I think everybody on the panel should let's come up with a question that we would ask Canelo, right? Oh, by the way,
Right
Skywalker,
now? After
Canelo is he's not, he is no, you gotta, he's off the list. Like we talking about, no, fam, he is off
Come
the
on,
list.
man.
No, it was a lose situation, and he lost, and he got the belt. He got the belt whooping. Matter of fact, Daddy took his belt off of
Man,
him
you're
and
so
whooped him with
happy
it.
about this, Ernest.
I gotta be. I gotta be. I'm.
Oh,
Oh,
if you
are you
celebrate 2
goddamn
weeks
right?
after,
Man. I'm taking this one all the way to the grave with me, fam. I'm gonna be 95 years old. Talk about how Terrence Bud Crawford went up and beat the best Mexican to ever live. I'm gonna be. That's a story I'm telling my kids. No.
That was it.
Seriously though, like this is y'all. These are the Mexican fans' fault. This is, we are the most straight down the middle. Call our fights and stuff like that. But y'all took it a little too far, and this whooping y'all gonna be getting until forever. But here's my question for Canelo. If I was to ask Canelo a question, I would ask him, what more does he think that he needs to accomplish in boxing? Is there anything else in boxing that he would like to accomplish or achieve? Because right now he hogging all the money up. You feel me? No, it's time. It's time for some fresh Mexican meat. I think the Vargases are cool. I think Bam is a good one to carry
we're talking
the
about
mantle.
Mexican Americans, though. We're talking about Mexicans. Well, I'm not Mexican. Is a born in Mexico.
No, you can't separate them. Every last one, whether it's a
No, there's a
Chicano, a
separation.
Mexican
Yeah, no,
American, a Mexican,
they
every
don't.
last one of them
Nah, bro,
motherfuckers
they
hate
don't.
black people. All of them hate us.
They no, with the
Yeah,
Mexican fan base don't ride with Mexican
not
Americans,
her.
bro. It has to be a puro Mexicano, bro. It's gotta
No,
be a pure Mexican.
Yeah.
No,
no.
there's ever since
yeah.
my uncle's time, since my uncle was fighting, bro, it was always a big deal when a Mexican American
Maybe
fought a real Mexican.
right
No.
now,
bro.
Rafael Espinosa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
follow
was a good
that.
one.
He seems
Or
to be
Marco Canelo said Marco Verde or Marco Green.
or
That was
Chispa.
a Cuban fighter who fought earlier on that card. He's Cuban. The dude had a team Mexico hat on, bro. Don't tell me that all the
No.
Spanish speaking people won against us, man. That's why we so mad and fired up. We're not gonna just let that slide. I don't know. We can keep it real here. It's okay. This is a safe space.
Oh, got some good.
Yeah.
It's funny. No,
I'm done with it. I'm done with it, man. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it like
Chispa, fighter out of Jalisco. Chispa, he might be the guy. He just won a title.
Mm.
His
What
name
would you
is
ask?
what is his name? Christian Medina Jimenez,
Yeah.
Let's go. What would y'all ask though?
Guadalajara.
What would you ask
Ask
him,
Canelo
Yeah.
post fight.
No, just I mean, you got one opportunity to ask the man a question. What's your question gonna be?
What's next,
Right.
bro? I think that's the biggest question for
Well,
Canelo,
Dom
bro.
did it
It's
for
like,
real. So
You got 20 people. You got 20 people standing in line. Somebody is probably gonna get to that question before you get there.
I'm gonna ask him, are you what? Are you still gonna fight in Vegas or are you just gonna leave? Because I think what the problem was once he went out, like, yeah, he got all the money, but I feel like he wasn't really in control of like how he usually is of the whole fight. Like, because even I guess he wasn't allowed to sell his drink over there.
if this guy beats Inoue, he'll be the next face of boxing.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Oh, that's freaking.
You know what? In December,
Picasso.
monster. This
Picasso,
guy can pull off
yeah.
an upset. If he can pull, and he's
I like
good ass
him.
fighter, bro. He's good.
I like
Says
him.
who?
If he can
Hey,
do it.
says who? Hold up
He'll
a
be the
damn
new
minute.
face. He'll be the new Canelo. He'll be the new
No.
Canelo, bro. He will.
We not doing this. We are not
he
doing
will
this.
be.
I like
What the
him.
fuck? Like, we need a new Canelo.
No,
We need
y'all-
a new
Canelo
Canelo.
right here. Picasso,
Y'all been
I
trying
think
this shit for the
Picasso,
last
I do
year.
like Picasso. I
No.
think
and he's a widow like me,
Good
bro.
young
He's
lad.
widow Mexicano. Look at him. He's
Yeah.
like
No.
complected. Look at him.
No,
30,
we ain't.
32 and
Skywalker-
0, bro.
Skywalker is not American, y'all.
He's
32 and 0.
taking out Canelo
Skywalker is
already.
not American.
That's
He turned his back.
That's Picasso.
Man,
But,
y'all so
hey.
disrespectful. This is so disrespectful, man. God, can
No, that's good,
Terrence
though. Picasso-
Bud Crawford just be the king for a little while? Can
Yeah.
y'all always trying to replace our top dog, man? Y'all tried to put Yusuf
No,
there.
no.
You tried to put Inouye
Bud's
there.
not getting replaced. Bud is Bud, but Canelo needs
He
to be
didn't even
replaced.
say
He
that,
lost,
like,
bro.
bro.
The dude
Canelo's at the end
just
of the
got
road.
back
We
from
need
his
a new
parade,
face.
fam. He
We need a
just
new
got back
face
from a
for Mexico.
parade, and you already trying to crown a new person the
Yeah.
top dog in boxing. This is
Yes,
disrespectful.
bro. But think it the way you love your culture, the same way I love my
No,
culture.
it's not the
and
same.
the-
I'm not
No.
I'm
we need
not
a face-
racist.
we need a face
I
for
am not
boxing.
racist. I am not racist. It's not
I
the
love
same.
Mexican boxing, bro. I grew up with
What's
it.
wrong?
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
do you?
So,
Is it
so-
Mexican boxing or is it boxing
Or
in general? Which
boxing.
one is it?
it's boxing in general, but the style, the culture, dog. Like, come on.
What
Like,
culture? What's the
what do you
culture,
mean the
Skywalker?
culture? The
What's
whole
the sky-
culture.
what's-
It's part of the Mexican
Mexican
heritage.
style.
What are you talking about?
Explain it to me.
It's the style, Mexican boxing, pressure fighting, bro. It ain't being slick. It ain't. It's just getting in there and fucking fighting, bro. That's Mexican
So are you
boxing for you.
So you're anti-slick?
I'm not anti-slick. I like it, but bro, it's not Mexican boxing. Mexican boxing is about getting there and banging, bro. That's what
Mexican
Mexican boxing is
style.
all about, bro.
Triple G,
Okay.
Mexican style.
That's the style of Mexican boxing. It has its own style, bro. A Cuban has its own style. The Soviets have their own style, right?
Yeah.
Filipinos got their own style,
Do
right?
you like the Soviet style?
I do. I like the jab. I think the jab's very important, bro. Having that constant in and out foot movement. I love the Soviet style, bro. But it's a hard style to mimic, bro. Tell you the truth. Not a lot
Hey,
of
look,
people
hey,
do that.
Some are
no
better than others.
disrespect. No
But the
disrespect to all the
Soviet
people
and
out there
the-
that agree. No disrespect to all the people out there that agree with Skywalker, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not having none of this shit. Terrence Bud Crawford and Clarissa Shields, Black American fighters from the United States, they have all the records for everything. So if you don't like that style, and as long as that style is around, it's gonna keep whooping y'all ass. Just know that.
It's
And
fine, bro.
y'all
Our
keep
style
losing
whoops
money.
that ass too. Our style whoops that ass too. I don't want to hear that shit either. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Our style will be whooping that ass too. So
Yeah,
it's
but you
all
can. Hey,
about-
if you
it's all
can't,
about how you execute. How you execute.
if you
gotta be
can't hit the target, it's a
flawless.
problem.
You got to. You hit a motherfucker that's slick in the fucking liver, he ain't gonna be slick anymore. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I
He ain't
I
moving
don't
like
think
he's supposed to.
I don't think Canelo landed a single liver shot on Bud
He
or
did. And if he
or
would've,
Mayweather.
maybe it could have changed the whole shit. It could have, but he didn't do it.
He couldn't land it. He couldn't land it on him, bro.
That's why we'll have a new face soon, bro. It's
Yeah,
always
no, I
been like
mean,
that. Mexican boxing will never die, bro. It won't.
We don't want it to die, Skywalker. That's not the. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't have that. So we don't. We're not saying we want Mexican boxing to go away. We're not saying that.
I'm just saying,
We're not
bro.
saying that. Like
But,
people
yeah,
are saying they want our style to
statistically,
go
those
away,
two
though.
styles have the most problems with each other. That's true.
We're not saying Mexican style has to go away, but Mexicans are telling us that our style has to go away, and everybody else in the world they calling it Tom and Jerry, blah 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 blah. But I think it was dumb as fuck for Leo Santa Cruz and the dude who had his eye knocked out that was supposed to fight Tank. I can't think of his name right now, but he's a commentator. I think that was the dumbest fight in the world. Them dudes sat there and threw like 1,100 punches apiece, and just like that's stupid. Like you have no longevity. You're not getting longevity when you get hit in the head 1,100 times in one fight. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it is the end.
That's crazy.
I do agree with you, bro. But like I said,
That's
man,
crazy. Like I don't want to see Billy and that other dude. So when Billy and the dude that fought, like if those two fighters fought each other 3 times, that would take 10 years off their life, bro. Those are some warriors, man. Warriors. And 3 fights like that, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
They want a rematch of that one, huh? They want it, but man,
it's gonna be great. I'm here for it, but I don't want to see I don't want the damage that's gonna occur to them from that. You can't get that back.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Which fight?
And Billy, we were just talking.
Were to fight 3 times, it wouldn't be good, bro, for them because it would take. And like how you said, it takes 10 years off of you. You know, battles, man, these guys when they really test themselves, bro, it really takes some years off. I agree, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fighters, they'll be great for a while, but the greatness don't stay because it gets taken out of them little by little, man. It's like mileage on the car, right? So
hey, no, I feel what you're saying. I think that might be the case. I think some fighters, they have a style that has a shelf life. I always felt that a guy like Oscar Valdez, his style had a shelf life, but I did like him. I feel like Mbili, his style definitely has a shelf life.
Right.
I think Martinez is less of what we saw, but that's what he was drug into because he's catching Mbili while Mbili's at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do think that will take a lot out of each other. It's going to be. I thought that first fight here that they just had is the fight of the year thus far. Though I could be missing something, I do think that's the fight of the year based on what I can recall right now, at least. Now, yeah, it'll be interesting. Those fights are typically hard to live up to, and if you can live up to it, then that means a lot of damage you're going to be taking there to be able to top what they just did, and maybe someone goes down in a way where this fight doesn't go to distance, you know.
Tim Tszyu and Fundora, that was one of those type of fights. The first one, the one kid, Erickson Lubin and Fundora, those types of fights right there. Like I'm surprised Fundora is all right now, as much as he's going in there and taking it. Like that's best crazy.
Fight this year, bro, and it was a banger. Was that Sugar Nunez and
I still need to see that one
fight, bro. Man, oh wow, bro. If you guys really like that and Billy,
think that fight of the year.
I believe it is, bro, because I think both guys really brought it. The underdog won, which was, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean not the underdog, but the underdog really brought it and brought a real close fight, bro. And it was they were banging.
My vote is
I gotta check it out.
My vote is for the Cannon and Bokachuk. That fight for me, I thought that fight was better than the Mbili fight because
it was a good fight.
Stylistic, Brandon Adams.
I felt like that should have been on the actual main card. I understand why they put the dude, the Muhammad there, of course, because he's tied to Turkey. He's from Saudi Arabia and everything. But realistically, that was like a prelim, potentially not even televised fight. But prelim fight for sure. They should have had Kenan and what's his name open it up, Boychuk.
Yeah.
And of course, Mbili and Martinez should have been the co-main event. That's what I felt for the event right there, right? But I understood the name with Vargas, and of course, the other guy, the Irish guy, he being tied to Dana White under the UFC banner or whatever, or promotion UFC boxing banner or whatever it may be. So I understood from that perspective. But yeah, I think that I can tell you from being at the fight party where I was at after that Mbili fight, and I expected it. A lot of steam was taken away with the Walsh and Vargas fight because this is a different style of fight, which I expected it to be with, of course, Vargas taking on his toughest opponent. And I guess you could argue maybe Walsh taking on his toughest opponent. And it just was going to be a hard one to follow. But I felt that Mbili and Lester Martinez coming into it was going to be probably the fight of the entire event in terms of what it brought, excitement-wise.
Yeah, both heavy hitters, man. And stylistically, like you said, Lester Martinez, really didn't box from the outside a lot because he was forced into these
Yeah.
wars, man, within Billy. So it was a different Lesser we seen, bro, too.
Yeah, no, he was forced. He was forced to stretch himself in a way he had to, and you know, and I was saying because there were some at the party that I was at, they're more casual fans, right? And yeah, I was saying, man, and Billy, hey, he is not gonna stop, and of course he didn't. He is not gonna
Did you hear the
stop. He
punches,
just got
Tom?
that style.
How were the punches? How do they sound inside there? Could you hear them? Lester and then Billy's punches?
Not really, just because everybody was just so loud.
Oh yeah,
They're like
On TV,
everything.
bro.
Everybody was just
They
like,
were thudding, man. They were trading
Woo.
better. It was loud.
yeah.
On TV.
yeah.
I don't know. It was loud for the. It was definitely loud for that M Billy fight because
Yeah, yeah.
the one after it was like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Like,
I know, and I think that they should have done that differently. They should have done that differently because I think they kind of pushed away some, or you know, the casual fan. They probably don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, but Mbili versus Martinez should have been the lead into that contest with Crawford and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But hey,
I feel like Turkey I feel like he got to fire his matchmaker. That was like the biggest event that was supposed to happen ever. And the order, actually, you know what? They've been really kind of disrespectful to where they're placing the American boxers at on their cards now. Because I'm pretty sure that we're the ones that helped build the zone up. I remember when Devin Haney was there first and when Tevin Farmer was there first. But now they get on the cards and they got them on the undercard. Like, bro, this is some mad disrespectful placement. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
that
come on, man.
Muhammad versus his opponent should not have been freaking main card fight. I mean,
Disrespectful, man. He's been doing that.
it's like crazy. I understand he's the guy. He's going to be the next guy for Saudi Arabia. He has a potential at least to do some things, but yeah, that should not have been opening up the event. That should have been on the prelims right there. So Adams versus Boychuk should have been the lead-in fight, in my opinion.
Main card.
You know, they reversed a couple of things, but hey, at the end of the day, Crawford versus Canelo did deliver in suspense in the sense that we did get to see we did see Crawford come on in a way that it made it be like, okay, well, Canelo, hey, he's gonna have to really come for this. You know, he's gonna really have to go for it here in this latter portion of the fight. So I think that added to the suspense right there, just having it play out in the way it did, in a sense. Though Canelo didn't quite come on the way that we thought he would, but I feel like that maybe 10th round, 10th, 11th round or whatever, you could see him start to kind of come forward more. He just didn't dig in enough. And hey, at the end of the day, it was a Crawford victory.
Man. I gotta be serious. Hey Dom, let me ask you something, man. Okay, throughout your time that you've been going and you know, having conducting interviews and things like that, have you noticed any equipment that people are using that could make their job easier? And is there something in particular that you would possibly want to make your job easier while you're out there?
I would think maybe those glasses are cool. The Meta, because they have really like clear quality, and you could just push a button. But what I use is like the DJI.
Okay.
And I like that one because it's small. It'll focus on the person. You can hook up the little your little microphone to it, and just like that, it's not like a whole like a big old setup. That's what I like because it's really like small and portable. And
is that what you use?
That's what I use like for like a one-on-one. But if not, because I upgraded, I got like a Samsung now, so it has like real good zoom. So even if I'm far, like I could like zoom in. So it was funny because I was all the way up there on the press ledge, but then I would like zoom in and I would see like Turkey talking like to Dana and just be like, oh, who's down there? And like, because you can't really see nothing, but I would like use my phone to see like what's going on down there and just see people talking and stuff. So I like
that DJI joint, and I saw some others using that as well. I like it. Yeah, I remember when it came about, and I used to have a little DJI drone at one point that I would use. So they're good. They're very much good. So That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Hey,
Yeah.
they trying to ban them, fam.
The DJI.
Yeah, they try to ban those because
Why?
just a red flag with yellow things on it. I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but it's because of where it's made at, the manufacturer. They're some of the best. They are probably the best
That's top
drones
flight.
out there. Yeah, they probably are the best drones out there. But
Yeah.
the technology they're using, like you shouldn't, like where I live at, you wouldn't be able to fly those things out here because they have the ability to do some stuff that
Yeah.
kind of hard. It's military stuff, military talk.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
feel where you're coming from. When I first had mine, this was a number of years back, so it was the DJI Phantom. Might have been the first or second one. I think it was the first. It might have been the first one though. At that particular time, yeah, I couldn't fly it where I was at. They had some mechanism because there was a small airport near, not far off from where we were from or whatever. So yeah, I'd imagine. There's something to that.
Shoot.
We had for the drone gate last year. I remember they were talking about some drones in New Jersey or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's stuff. Josh. So what about you, man? I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you got some decent equipment too. Is there something
I
that
need
you
to
wish
upgrade.
you had?
I need to upgrade. Shout out to my guy, my brother Jeremy Smith, my childhood friend right there. My best friend there, Jeremy Smith. He's a photographer. He's J Smith Photography here on YouTube, and he has a great channel. But basically, he's a photographer, and he usually keeps me up on game on what I need to get. Right now, I'm using, believe it or not, I don't have it right here with me, but I'm using a Nikon D3300, which is a 2014 camera, right? Video still great. Pictures, they're good. But that being said, I'm probably going to be moving to eventually I'm going to move to a Sony ZV-10 II or something like that. I think I'm getting the number wrong, but Sony has a camera that allows for you to live stream simply from the plug of the camera straight into the USB or maybe USB-C or something like that. Because with the Nikon, because of the age and all that stuff, I had to use this Cam Link Pro right here. So now I'm just using my webcam here on my iMac, right? This Cam Link, you have the HDMI in and HDMI to USB, and then on the iMac, or at least this version of it, you only have USB-C thing, so I have to have the USB-C to USB put in there. So if I want to use my actual camera, right, my actual Nikon, I have to have this. And this Cam Link is about $99. It's cool, but the footage on the camera actually with the 2014 Nikon is still better than this 2021 iMac right here that I'm using on my webcam. This is my iMac webcam, 2021. The 2014 Nikon, the picture quality is still better from a video perspective than this. And I think that's one of the things with the actual cameras versus webcams. But there is a ZV-10 II or something like that. And it came out last year, the second iteration of it. But it's one that Sony made that is geared towards streaming. For like live streaming and things of that nature. And that's probably the next one that I ultimately end up getting because my buddy, he kind of keeps me up to date and on point with what works or whatever, or what would be of benefit. And that's probably the one right there. Cause I'm not a photographer, you know what I'm saying? I'll take some pictures and stuff. You can see my Instagram, I'll posted some pictures, but I'm just taking them. And mainly what I capture is video, and then I'll go do some editing, right? So that's why that one probably works, and I'll live stream these podcasts and such from such as well. And the reason this shows up well, because I have two ring lights right here on each side right there. So I didn't have these lights to be darker for sure, and the quality would look a little different even with this webcam. But yeah, I have two ring lights right here.
I got an Acer Chromebook
No, Skywalker. We asking what you want, bro, not what you got. What do you want? We putting this out. You see what I'm saying? We putting this out in the universe.
When I go to events too, bro, I honestly, because it's not my lane, you know, I like to always try to trust a professional. So I got a guy, shout out to Fight Book MMA, Roberto. He's my tech guy. And I don't know what kind of equipment he has, but he takes badass photos. And I met him at Top Rank, and ever since then, I've worked with him at Bare Knuckle. I've done different events with him. I try to keep him in the loop with fights. And then we got a fight we're covering in December together. So that's when I really want to cover a fight professionally. I'll take a cameraman and you know what I mean? And I'll try to do my thing on the mic, like, you know, get out there and talk to people and do my interviews and stuff like that. But if I have to do it, like I said, I upgraded my phone last year. I used to be kind of ghetto, man. I was going to these fights and I had a ghetto ass phone. So I had to get me a Galaxy so I could zoom in and take good photos. And I'm learning how to edit on the phone too now. I know how to enhance the photos. I know how to. So my Galaxy has been pretty much my go-to, and I get some other media I've heard from in town. I've heard talking shit, you know, be like, oh, look at this guy, because I'm covering amateur events. I don't need to hire a professional photographer to cover an amateur event. Come on, you know what I mean? Like, if the promotion wants to hire one, that's fine, but I'm doing everything all in one for them. You know what I mean? I'm doing my winter posts. I'm doing more than most media do, and I actually attend the amateur events. You know what I mean? That sets me apart from a lot of the media in town. So I'm trying to do my best, but in the future I like to get he has a handheld device. It connects the phone and the speaker, like how Dom was talking. I don't know if that's the same thing as a gimbal, right?
A gimbal.
Oh yeah.
So gimbals are cool, man. If you have a high-tech phone, if you have a Galaxy or a new iPhone 17 or whatever, go ahead and get you a gimbal, get you the you don't need expensive microphones. You can get decent mics for like under $50 online. Get you some wireless mics, and that's all you need, man, to do media, to be honest now. And you don't even need to spend money on editing tools, guys. You can use Instagram. I've been doing that lately. I've been saving money. I ditched my Opus. I was spending $30 a month on Opus, and now I'm using Instagram edits. And it's free and it's great. I could do I did a voiceover video today. You can do green screen on it. You can add noise effects. You can trim. You can do everything on Instagram edits, and it's free. So hey, check it out. Play with it. Have some fun.
And I wanted to know, even through StreamYard, once live is finished, they now have a thing where you can turn that live into individual shorts, and you can just download them directly from StreamYard as well to then, I guess, load to wherever in like the Instagram or whatever, do the editing.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I was saying that is because, you know, like we're out here doing real work in the boxing community, whether whoever's doing wherever, right? And I feel like there are people out here that would probably want to, you know, maybe bless somebody with an upgrade so that, you know, they could do a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was asking these things. So you can put these things out there in the universe.
We could all use it, man. We get by, but man, it's always good to have an upgrade. Like those glasses that she's talking about, those are really cool. I know a shout out to I'm trying to think of his name. He's a cutman, bro. He's a cutman for the Bare Knuckle. I'm trying to think of his name. But he always wears them during fights, bro. During the fights.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's a Marine. He's a Marine too.
Yeah, the tattoo.
Vic Starita. Vic Starita.
Where is that?
VIC Starita.
Vic Starita.
Yeah, he's a Marine too. You guys follow him, but he wears those, bro, during and he does Riyadh season. I believe he worked Lester Martinez's corner too, Dom, and he had the glasses. He had the glasses on for Lester Martinez's fight. So he got some badass content on there. You guys got to check that out.
Yeah, I got cool because you could kind of be like Loki, you know, like.
Yeah, I got some.
Blood on them things, man. It's crazy. He's got some good footage from him. You know, if you're in a good position to wear them.
I got some too. I just I dropped them in the water in Curacao, so they did. I messed up.
Like $350, right? Or they got cheaper. How much do they run? They're about $300.
I considered this, but Yeah, they're up there. Yeah, I've seen them, and yeah, I guess there's. I don't know if there's a new version or what, but I know I logged into Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and that like popped up. It was said, "Hey, new Meta, whatever glasses."
Yeah.
Well, see,
Hey,
that's the I'm trying to get right there. Sony Alpha ZV-E10 2. That's what it is. So
got it. Josh, is there I mean, so
Yeah.
let's say, would you do anything differently than you how you did it this time with Tiara? If you get another opportunity to maybe do, let's say you have to do it with another fighter, would you do something different?
um, I think the process in itself, I would stick to a similar process. I think that one of the biggest things is in terms of being able to put out sort of content more from a real time perspective outside of doing it live. There's work that has to go in on the back end that sometimes delay that. So I'd like to have some of the videos out earlier. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to have had, like, say for instance, fight week. As soon as the fight is over, bam, that's out there. But just given just time dynamics and things of that nature, I can't do that because I have to go back and do the editing and then create the other stuff that is associated with it. So that's combing through footage, all of that. So the process in itself would be the same, but maybe eventually getting to a point where I can have a means for being able to put it out quicker and more real time. Because you think about the major platforms and all of that stuff, it's not
Yeah,
just a single person working it. You know what I'm saying?
that's a
That's a
good
big
one.
thing.
So we need a team.
Yeah, you need at least like
Teams
a
matter.
duo.
Wait, I'm
Even
gonna
the
give you a
biggest
quick view
YouTubers,
into
they
how
have
we
teams.
do it. How we do it at Mo Boxing, bro. We kind of have a good system,
Yeah.
bro. It's teamwork, all right. So we got Tim Witherspoon out there, Tim Witherspoon Jr. He's out there covering the Boots public media workout. What he does is he sends me the videos through WhatsApp. I'm the editor in the rear. I'm the rear editor. Dom needs help and she's at an event. I'm there. If Dom's helped us out, she's our editor too. She edits while we're at events, right, Dom? So you've done our videos too. So me and Dom are like the editors. Sports and Tunes, he's like our networker, big time in California, like David. And then we got our head honcho, and he's good with man, he's kind of like a Josh, bro. Like, yo, let's get this background right, Tim. Let's hey, we need to get this. We need this.
He makes it like look all good.
Perfect, or we need this a certain way. He's real professional, man. Even I dropped a video on Conor McGregor, and
Oh yeah.
one of the girls Tim was interviewing said she only knew Conor McGregor. So I asked the AI to be humorous. I didn't intentionally be mean, but it came off mean towards McGregor, being like, "Oh, this is the only two fighters this girl knows," kind of like a joke. And it came off rude, and he made me adjust that post right away because Conor McGregor's one of our followers. You know what I mean? And he was right away on the post. He was commenting, so he was like, "I don't want to lose that follower." You know what I mean? So it's like, fix this issue, make sure it's appropriate. You know what I mean? So he's kind of like, yeah, he gets on. He's our master editor, and in the end of it, you know what I mean, which is good, man. We're trying to keep a professional platform.
He's like our PR guy.
Be positive. Try not to break relationships and keep everybody cool and try to be respectful. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have two fighters that fight. One's from my city, the other he's representing or he's sponsoring because they have a relationship and I have a relationship with the fighter. So sometimes I'll be the one to do a post on my end and tag him, right? And he'll post it out of respect, but he won't be the person that creates the post because he rides with that other team. You know what I mean? So we do that to help each other out too, man. That helps. That helps having a team, man. If you do media by yourself, you're in it deep, man. You got to be picking sides and all sorts of stuff. So if you have a team, you can kind of you could play more neutral too, man. Because you have people from different regions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
See, I feel like there needs to be a conversation had about reporting on boxing. I think there needs to be an understanding in the community that, you know, us as content creators are actually helping the sport by reporting on it. And we
Mhm.
should be able to say what we want to say, really, as long as we're being respectful and not disrespecting people. We should be able to say what we want to say. Like you can't. So let's say a guy that we like has had a fight, right? And we support him. You know, we put patches on his uniform. We're putting money in their pocket. Now, if that person has a horrible fight, and like, wouldn't it be strange to come on here and try to act like he didn't just have a horrible fight? Like that seems like a conflict of interest, really. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost like lying.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We never lie. We gotta, and sometimes you lose followers, man. You see it. You see followers. You lose followers when you report the real news. You know what I mean?
No, that's the way it is. It's it doesn't exist without the media, of course, because no one would know, right? As mentioned, of course, I look into the history somewhat, study some of the history of the sport and all of that stuff. And you think about all the championships, things of that nature, in terms of them being established, like the first world heavyweight champion, John L. Sullivan. It was only because he was recognized as such by the National Police Gazette in 1889 when he defeated Jake Kilrain, basically, in a bare knuckle fight, which is which is a fight of him in bare knuckle, the only bare knuckle championship fight that they have pictures of. That's an example right there. But prior to that, Sullivan had already been kind of viewed as the world heavyweight champion. But that being said, he had a staunch rival of his was this dude named Richard Fox, who was the owner of the National Police Gazette, and he didn't recognize him as such because of the fact that he was of the kind of school that a world championship fight and the title could only exchange hands via bare knuckle. So John L. Sullivan, he's recognized as the first world heavyweight champion in boxing, like the legitimate world heavyweight champion. Undisputed, that would be another question, but some say undisputed. But it's because the media recognized him, the National Police Gazette. When we think about the lineal championship, the lineage, it ties back to the media.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's where that comes from. Without it, then there would be no recognition because people wouldn't know. So that's why they go hand in hand. And a lot of these promoters, I would say a lot of them understand such, maybe not all, they don't understand that media value, and things have, of course, shifted and changed somewhat, but it matters for sure.
Yeah, you should want a reporter to actually go and try to not actually be like a friend. You would want somebody to ask a tough question that
Yeah.
somebody who might be infatuated with the person might not ask, right? You don't. Some people are fans of the fighters as well as reporting on them, and I think that when you do that, it's kind of like shitting where you sleep. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
I think the two should be separate and kept to a professional standard. You know what I mean?
No.
But I don't. I'm just asking these questions because I'm trying to understand everybody else's perspective on this.
Yeah, no. I think that's legitimate. I've been at events in the media section hearing people cheering for certain boxers or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And yeah, ideally, you're supposed to be neutral as a journalist or as a person in media and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I did the thing with Tiara. I wasn't there. I was there as a part of the team, as opposed to just being just a independent media person at that time. So my affiliation is kind of known there. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, I didn't use that to kind of take shots in any particular way, against her opponent or whatever it may be. But that being said, you want to be neutral when you're at these events and call it how it is.
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, Papi Chunyeyo caught me on TV when Angelo Leo got the knockout. I was media, and you could see me celebrating in the background on TV.
Man, listen, man, I was looking so hard for Josh. I couldn't find him, fam. I got a big ass TV, fam. I was
No,
like, God damn,
yeah.
I can't find Josh.
Yeah, I was under the so where the main camera was, I was actually standing back there under that. Yeah, so the camera, the one that was getting some of the main shots, I was actually under that. I was actually there. I actually they didn't. I don't think you caught it on the camera, but I actually walked out down the ramp and all of that stuff right behind them.
I'm gonna need you to wear lime green
Yeah.
and have your
I
teeth
had
out.
this on actually. I had this shirt on, representing. So that's the only thing right there. So then they said, okay, I couldn't go all the way around the thing. Me and my guy Top Pick, shout out Top Pick, he's out of DC as well. He's got a YouTube, and so we had to stand off to the side. So I was like right there, just because I was able to see the entire fight. I was sitting there, but I was under what their main camera was that they had on whatever that little mechanism is, where they have that main one that can kind of catch everything there. So I was there, so it wasn't pointed towards me; it was pointed more outwards.
Y'all gonna be able to find me if I'm at the fight in front row somewhere.
You
I'm gonna be dressed like I'm at the Kentucky Derby.
always see my tall ass. I'm pretty tall, so everybody sees
My
me.
girl was there. My girl was there, so she. I'm pretty sure she might pop up.
Yeah, you gotta wear that lime green, Josh. That's what Rodolfo said.
Oh yeah, I know. I
Find you-
wanted to go with the purple because Tiara, she wore purple, black, and gold. So I went with the purple joint. I just
Is
got
she a
the
Ravens
I
fan?
was out there.
Is she a Ravens fan?
No. This is more so her favorite color right here.
Oh, okay.
I rock with the Ravens though. Shout out to Lamar Jackson,
Yeah.
number
yeah,
one player in
nice.
the league right there.
Not right now, he ain't.
But yeah, they not doing too hot, but
You got some work to that boy. Was struggling today.
yeah.
I didn't get media credentials for a Jaime Munguia fight, bro. I went out to Glendale, Arizona, and Telemundo, or remember that shit? One of the noticias took my spot. I was pissed, man. I was there. The hotel I was staying at was right next to the arena, and it was a luxury hotel. I forgot which one, right? Like one of the nice hotels in Glendale, right next to the arena. And they charged me a security deposit that took all my damn money, bro. Like a shitload, bro. They took like, I don't know, it was $500 or something crazy, bro. Like not a normal security deposit.
Yeah.
Man, it left my ass broke for the fight. I was like, I had to get tickets and stuff, and
You like that?
I ended up getting 2 floor seats, right? And the floors were numbered weird. The rows, right? They had like row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I found a row 3. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm getting a row 3 floor ticket. So I grabbed the floor ticket, and when I get there early, and I'm there doing interviews. I snuck my microphone, so I'm still doing media. I'm there, fucking getting Mark Chinook right away, talking to him, talking to I'm sitting there with Michael Carbajal, sitting there with Bob Arum, fucking interviewing everybody, bro. I'm getting all the interviews, bro, on the floor, walking around like a boss. I'm sitting there. Remember, you see me on TV. I was in row 3. I was a fight in Arizona. I'm there the whole fucking fight. Co-main event comes up. Some fucking guy comes up with his 2 chicks and goes, "You're in my seat. You're in my seat." Fuck. And I'm like, I'm arguing. I'm like, what the fuck? The girls are all dressed this dude's pimped out with 2 girls on his arm.
Yeah.
He's kicking me and my 4. He got our seats. And shit.
Hey, we had a problem if I was there.
Yo, I'm
Nobody
argue with the usher, and he's like, "Yeah, I fucked up sitting you down. Row 3 is in the back. This is row 10 or whatever, because 12 is front or whatever, So I was all pissed, bro. They ended up moving me from the front row for the main event, so I got to sit there all the way to the co-main, which was cool. But then sit behind Bob and sit with Michael Carbajal. Everybody had these amazing seats, and then they moved me to the back of the floor. I was still on the floor, but I wasn't like in a back row. So it was all fucked up. I was kind of mad.
I would have been like, can't sit here, seats taken.
Yeah.
Nobody would have got to watch the fight. What was crazy about it, Skywalker, is that the dude had a white hat on, just like you did. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
I had a New Mexico hat. I had the Zia symbol, and it was white, and I had the Mo Boxing on the side, and I was sitting there, and yeah, man, I got kicked out of my seat for the main event. I was in the wrong seat. Sitting there like a baller all the way up to the Kobe. They were like, man, who's this guy?
Like, hey, listen, we're taking off.
The seats are cheap too, so I was tripping out. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, this is worth it was like $200 or $250,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see Champ Ross over there. Hey, you know your boy. I finished on the podium
Yeah.
back to back weeks, man. I'm coming on strong at the end.
Yeah, you landed second place. I haven't been doing horrible, like extremely horrible. A lot of the favorites been losing too.
I almost picked Garcia, and I watched that fight, or at least some pieces.
Oh man, I had the other dude winning, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That Raul Garcia fight had me. I was sick to my stomach of watching that fight, man. It was a great
Yeah.
fight though. It was a great fight. You know, I was like, come on, man, just give us a draw. What did he say? 98, 92? Like what? What
Hey,
you mean
I
8
want to
rounds
shout
to
out
2?
everybody real quick. We got some more people coming in. Technique from Ireland, shout out. California Thuggin, I see you, bro, in the chat. Salute.
Champ Ross.
And we got Rodolfo Rivera. Champ Ross has been in the house. Salute to my brother Champ Ross tuning in. Toby Bartlett from the UK. So we got our brothers from across the pond. Salute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Been some good boxing lately, man. Did you see that Wanderlei Silva fight, that chaos that erupted in the ring?
Whoa! I just saw that right before this, right before we hopped on, because I just went to Instagram for the first time, and I saw that. That was crazy.
Bro, he got. Hey, listen, there was a dude. He was a little bitty dude with he had a blazer on, and he was the one that was actually carrying the belt. The dude that he was carrying the belt, he caught at least 3 bodies.
Yeah.
He caught at least 3 bodies.
When I first saw it, yeah, when I first saw it, I didn't know that was Wanderlei Silva, and that explains it, of course. But he shouldn't be fighting, of course, because he had no punch resistance. He was already shot as far as being done in the world of MMA and all that stuff. And
yeah,
man, when he got caught, he was just out cold, just laying there in the middle of the ring. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro. He's gonna be slapping.
There was a fight between Raul Garcia and Emiliano Moreno in the 10th round, right at
that's the one.
He scores a knockdown. The ref calls it a slip. Isn't that crazy?
I thought it was a slip. Initially, I said it was a knockdown.
It wasn't a slip.
Huh?
I said I thought it was a slip too, but my girl, she felt no, that should have been counted as a knockdown.
I have the video. I want to show you. It's a punch that lands and knocks him down, bro. You can see.
I went the opposite. I felt like he landed. It was like a jab. He landed a jab, and the old boy went to swing,
like slipped,
and his feet weren't with him when he went to swing.
Yeah,
there was some slipping there for sure.
At first, I thought it was a knockdown too.
Right here, watch. I don't know if I can go full screen. Hold on.
About 3 headbutts.
No, that was some of that.
Wait, I'll rewind it, bro.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, he was throwing at the same time. The jab does land.
Jab
but
and swing.
He was swinging at the same time.
Yeah, see his head go back from the punch.
Yep. Jab, swing. Jab, swing, miss.
He was pissed. Look at
the interesting one for sure.
He still won the fight by split decision too.
Yeah, 98-92 was ridiculous.
Yeah.
They got to run that back.
Yeah, hey, maybe that's what'll be next, for sure.
That kid's 20. He's 20, bro. He's gonna be something to deal with. He's 20 at 154.
Vargas or the other dude?
The other dude, Moreno.
Okay. He didn't start out well, I would say. He kind of slow starting it.
Yeah, but man, I mean, his counter punching was crazy, man. I was like, I know people was looking at it like he was rolling with a lot of those shots and firing back right away, but he got a granite chin too, apparently, man, because he took some hella shots.
Najee's a beast.
That's one he's gonna want to get back. Oh yeah, Najee. Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, I got that fight exactly right.
Yeah,
didn't know about a guy from Arkansas there, Arkansas.
That was a direct hit right there, boy.
Yeah. I thought the stoppage was good. He was getting tagged up at that particular point.
He should be pretty high in the rankings, right? Najee Lopez.
He's shooting up there. Hey, during the broadcast, they were saying that he's already been in discussions and had been in discussion to face Better BF and it didn't work out or something like that. So yeah, I mean, if you're in that discussion, nowhere else to go, but up,
Yeah, that's a good Puerto Rican right there, though.
Yeah, I like him, and he's got a big body as well. There for the weight, he seems solid, and I thought he was working the jab well as well in that fight. I thought that helped him kind of set the tone there. And Odu wasn't busy enough, and I think that's what ultimately got to him. He should have been a little bit busier, but maybe that wasn't his thing. But Najee Lopez, man, I feel like they're not about it.
Bro, he's young too. He's only 26 and he's 15-0 with 12 knockouts. That's
I like pro box. I feel like they've had generally, and they say it during the broadcast, they're like, oh, we have 50-50 fights. I truly feel like they do have a lot of 50-50 fights. Yeah. Overwhelmingly, the majority of the time, when you see a pro box fight, it is going to be one of those 50-50 style fights. I feel that is the case. I feel it's like ESPN fights at one point, you know what I'm saying, where it wasn't huge names that many people knew, but you had some good matchups that were set forth there. ESPN fights prior to sort of the like top rank deal and all that stuff that we've seen here in recent years. But back when they were doing like ESPN Wednesday night or Tuesday night fights, whatever way,
Yeah.
You know who they could feed? Well, I mean, David Benavidez is getting ready to beat the life out of Anthony Yard. But I was going to say Anthony Yard and Lopez would be a great fight.
You know, they had a fight in Baltimore that was on TV the other day, Josh, when I was scrolling through, and Malik Titus was on it.
Oh, it must have been there at that little Petco Arena or something like that, whatever it is. I wonder if it's that. Because, yeah, they usually have different ones up there. I don't often get up there to those fights, not that it's too far to go or whatever. I usually, of course, go to those here in DC, but yeah, I'm not surprised because they're usually cross promoted. We see the flyers and things of that nature. But I knew he had a fight. Yeah, this was not too long ago, but yeah, he did a fight.
His opponent wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's as far as he did the job, got him out of there. You know what I mean? So he won the. So I seen that fight the other day, but his opponent was some garbage, bro.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be just kind of a matter of he's gonna have to travel. Usually, the hometown joints, you can have some of that, right? So it's gonna be a matter of I think he's gonna probably end up taking a fight that forces him kind of outside of this area against someone else somewhere else, and that would be one that would be truly telling for us,
Oh yeah, let me get dog back up.
Hey, we all need to be careful, man, because Eddie Herman and them, they trying to set us up, man. Like I seen them, they had a dude in there. Him and his daughter came out, and the daughter came out first, and then she was hitting them Afro beats dances, right? Then the dad came out behind her, and they both was doing the Afro beats dance. I was like, oh, they got the songs and stuff like this. Okay, I see what's going on here. They had a little dance routine. Little baby girl was going to the ring. They get the ring, and this dude fights somebody that's 2-11. He's 2-11-1, and they talking about it like even to be the world's best everything. Man, y'all need to stop selling them wolf tickets, man. Challenge them boys early. Matter of fact, do what Shakur did. How about you never fight somebody that has a losing record? Let's try that.
Yeah.
You guys never heard of that guy named ISHO Speed?
Yeah. He was up here in DC not too long ago.
And they went nuts over here in Albuquerque, man. They were following. He was in my neighborhood, bro.
Oh, he's the biggest live streamer on YouTube. Apparently, he's the biggest. When he goes live, he's the top dog.
Yeah, he came to. We had a big college football game. He showed up there with John Jones. He did some Indian powwow dancing at a park near my house, and man, the whole neighborhood.
What did he do?
He was doing powwow dancing, bro. Native American dancing. And it was cool. It was dope, man. You gotta check it out. But man, he was wilding out yesterday. Man,
Rodolfo, no, for sure.
Following his car around town, bro. And my kid wanted me to roll. I'm like, oh yeah, but yeah.
That dude had 21,000 followers. He had a camera on him while he was
in the live stream, bro.
He was sleeping, bro. This motherfucker was sleeping on the couch, and he had 21,000 people. I was watching him sleep.
Yeah.
I popped
He has
in. I was
more
like,
money.
what the
That's all
fuck is going
he
on
hears all
here?
big money coming in, bro. That shit's crazy.
Oh no, he does. Shout out to Rodolfo Rivera Jr. there. Rodolfo, he put me on him. I was gonna try to go out to where he was at, because where he was at when he first came to DC was not too far from me, but I had to go to Virginia for a pickup that I had to do for my dog. And and by the time I came back, yeah, he was in a different part, and it just wasn't gonna work out. But he ended up connecting with Lamont Roach Jr. when he was in DC. I saw them on the stream together. It seemed like they were at Ben's Chili Bowl or whatever. But I wasn't going back out at that particular point though. But the next day I had went to their gym, as a matter of fact, No Excuse there, and mentioned it to Lamont, and he was talking about it, and it was pretty dope right there. A lot of people, I guess he had 150,000 that were just watching them at that particular point.
Bro, let that do y'all understand what I'm saying? The dude has a camera watching him while he's sleeping, and there's 21,000 people that are watching this dude sleep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's on a US tour right now. I think he's in Phoenix right now. But
yeah, he's just going to places and pop it up, and they coming through.
Man, I feel like the feds need to come kick your door in if you sitting at your laptop or your phone sitting there watching somebody sleep. It's some right. That's 21,000. That's 21,000 of them motherfuckers. You
got a whole detail, bro. He's got a whole security detail, and man, it's a trip.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't ever want that type of fame. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yo, man, yeah, they were mobbing, bro. They had to push people
up. Much. Yeah, that's too much, man. When you can no longer walk down the street and you ain't got people try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess he got more going. Yeah, he hasn't stopped. He went to some other spots. I saw him at an LSU game. So he was in Lafayette, or no, Baton Rouge. Then he would be at where LSU is. There in Baton Rouge, right?
Hey, you know what? Before we get up off of here, I want to say something, man. I got a challenge. This is for Jake Paul and Tank Davis. Y'all are actually out here getting ready to go do a money grab during Turkey Day week, and there's people out here that are spending their last money to go see y'all fight. So, this is what I'm asking. I think y'all should put 2,000 to 5,000 turkeys out in the city that you're gonna fight in that week, because y'all shouldn't just be going into these cities and extracting money out of there and going and doing whatever with it. You got to do something for the people and for the sport. So 2,000 to 5,000 turkeys, y'all should hand them out. Pay one of us to do it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to put something back in the community, man. Because what y'all out here, all this foolishness y'all doing out here, it's not good it's not a good look. First of all, it's not a good look. And second of all, if you're going to be out here acting a monkey, then go ahead and get them turkeys out and give them to the people. We got people that come to our city in Hampton, Tyrod Taylor. I could, the Mike Vicks, the Allen Iversons, the Jerry Forrest of the world. These people are putting back in the community, and I'm going to need y'all to do that.
Yeah.
No, I'm with that. Hey, I support such. Why not give out some of those turkeys? This is going down in, I believe, Miami. They switched it to Miami, I guess, because Florida, something to do with, I heard something to do with the weight difference and whatnot. But either way, yeah, why not? Right around that time, right there, Thanksgiving. There's always some families in need, right there. 5,000. Let's do it.
Man, you said I Show Speed was out there hitting the powwow dance, huh? Man, god damn, bro. The tap dancing, man. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop. We gotta stop this foolishness. We gotta stop it.
Hell yeah.
Well, Skywalker, is there any is there any events that that are coming up on the horizon that you're excited for?
I got an event October 11th in El Paso, Texas. I believe it's Chrissy Martin Promotions, but not too sure.
Josh?
Okay. Oh, Well, there's some pro events that are going to be taking place here, but on the amateur side, um, we have some stuff that will be popping up. We're going to do a banquet in December for the PBA boxers, of course. Representing for those in PBA, giving out an awards, like an awards banquet. We did it last year as well, so we're going to have that, and I'm going to do something with the Naval Academy, I believe, on the 3rd. So maybe next weekend here. I'm waiting for the rest of the details. But I usually go out there. So shout out to them. Shout out to Adon who holds it down over there. He's a coach at the Naval Academy. It's always a good one right there because they go against other like collegiate entities or whatever. But I think this one's going to be Navy Air Force maybe. So we'll see. But yeah, that's probably one of the things that is coming up. And then we'll see with some of the remaining shows for Potomac Valley Association, PBAbox.org, folks. And if you're in DC, PG County, and Montgomery County, you want to get your kid in boxing, PBAbox.org. The info will be there. Go check it out.
Yeah, that fight card, La Baquina will be on that fight card, and I believe Poison Ivy as well. So a couple standout pros from El Paso, Texas. So it should be a good fight card.
What's up?
We got to get her back on, Nayeli, before her fight. That'd be good for the podcast again. I got real cool with her family. Her mom, shout out to her mom and stuff like that. So it'd be good to get her back on.
Hey, yo, DC. Hey, look. Hey, whenever the National Guard get up out of there, I'm gonna expect to be seeing something for Tiara. We need a parade or something for Tiara now. What y'all doing? Hey, we got to get the city to stand up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to start putting the bread behind.
World champion with the
Show some love in Fort Myers. So yes, sir. No, you're right there. So shout out Tiara Brown, T-Baby.
We need that.
World featherweight champion. Hey, more to come for sure.
Man, I thought that KO9 was coming, fam. I was like, oh, she about to line me up.
It was there.
Oh, that body work. That body work was crazy.
Yeah, hey, on point with it, right?
Hey, but Emma was tough though, fam. She was I was thoroughly impressed with she came to circle it up and bang it out. She showed some skills for sure that day. It wasn't just one-sided, you know what I'm saying? It was a tough, a well-contested match for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. That preparatory work gets you right.
But thank you everybody for coming in. Appreciate everybody. What big fights do we have this weekend? We have we got the listing today.
Let me see. I know, man, if I never saw another fight again, I'm riding out on top. If I check out of boxing, I ain't got to defend nothing else because Mello.
We got that 360 fight card. That's going to be a really good fight card, man.
Wednesday, you got Marcus Brown versus Brendan Glanton, which is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, and I don't know. Skill-wise, I go Marcus Brown, though. Yeah, I mean, he's getting up there. Brendan Glanton, he's had some good moments, kind of underdogish in some scenarios. So that's an interesting one right there. I might lean Brown, but I feel Glanton may be fresher. I don't know, maybe fresher, but hey, time will tell.
I'm just trying to crack the top 10 because, you know, I can't finish outside the top 10.
Trying to get there myself.
Can't do that.
That 360 card is real good. You got Umar Dezembekov. He's going up against Artem Brusov, 13-1 with 12 knockouts. Both of you guys got heavy hands, heavyweights. It's going to be a banger. Sugarcane Sandoval and Gino Rodrigo. Gino Rodrigo is an underdog, but man, that guy comes and lays people out. I believe he knocked down Elvis Rodriguez. He goes in as an underdog, but man, he's a good fighter, Gino.
You know what's gonna happen? You know what Kane gonna do? He gonna force feed him that dry ass Popeyes biscuit with nothing to drink. It's going straight in. Just pause. Sugar cane, bro. I'm not picking against him. I'm not picking against him.
Pretty strong 154 pounders, man. So it's gonna be a good
Yeah,
fight.
Cecilia Burkis is fighting. See, she's back in the mix here.
Ooh,
She had
that's been,
retired for a little bit.
that's been a minute, man.
Yeah, right hook Roxy, she's on the card too.
Oh yeah, right hook Roxy. Let's get that right hook Roxy Peggy Whitmore fight. Let's get it, baby.
Hey, Roxy, you are welcome to come on the show and defend your position.
Hey, that was
make it happen.
Right, this fight was supposed to be Peggy's, right? The one that she's fighting.
Skywalker, make it happen. Let's do it.
Come on, A side. Come on, A side.
Give it right.
Come on, A side.
Hey, but she just fights who they tell her to fight, man. She's the
A side. Get her on there with Peggy. Shout out Peggy Whitmore, the Blood Panther. Let's go. That's my girl right there. Let's
Roxy.
Get it.
You the A side. You got this. You know what I'm saying?
I believe this fight was supposed to be hers too, huh?
Yeah.
Shout out to Peggy. Predictions. You didn't put it on there.
Yeah, let's meet somewhere in the middle and get it done. You feel me?
Yeah. Peggy, let's get it. We can make it happen. Fight book. Hey, Skywalker, fight book can make it happen. Let's get it. Peggy versus right hook Roxy. Fight book being involved. Let's make it happen.
That's how people start trouble. They will be like, you just gonna let them talk about you like that? I know you ain't gonna let them talk about you like that. She said,
"Donut up in that thing," you know.
Man, they had rubber duckies and stuff scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You gotta say something. You can't just go out like that.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. But much love to everybody. Great fights this week. You said Wednesday. You guys tune in Wednesday for that
Wednesday, the first fight.
Marcus Brown.
The zone. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Go live.
Appreciate everyone.
Peace.